Let's make her lose her period and make her think she's pregnant.
We could just give her some killer hot flashes and make her get a ton away.
Let's give her like no energy so that she can't even keep up with her kids.
Let's just make her super sad and have some panic attacks and all depressed and anxious and stuff.
You guys, you can't make this stuff up. This is for real life. Anybody else experience this? I'm also going to be sharing my experience with some imbalanced hormones and the things that I did to try to fix them. All those things happened to me, and this was my body's way of telling me and asking me for some hormone support. So maybe you're like me and you have a medically complex child, or you've gone through some traumatic things. And I don't know about you, but my body responds to this kind of stress a lot differently. And disclaimer before we get into it, I am not a doctor. I am not a professional. I am none of those things. So this video is for educational purposes only. It is from my experience and nothing else. So you take all of this into consideration and at your own risk. Okay, let's get into it. So before we get into what I did, what I used, all the things, let's talk about what I was feeling. And I was feeling like crap. So I fell into a pretty bad depression. I was anxious and I had like anxiety, like panic attacks that I like felt physically. I had a very hard time falling asleep at night. It would take me like minimum 30 minutes to fall asleep, but sometimes it would take me like several hours to like wind my mind down. And another thing with at night, I would have lots of hot flashes.
We could just give her some killer hot flashes.
And then three last things was that I was so emotional. Like my emotions have never been so all over the place as they have the last few years. I had quite a bit of weight gain and I had a really hard time losing fat. And probably besides the depression, the hardest part for me was the lack of energy and the fatigue. From the moment I opened my eyes in the morning until my head hit the pillow at night, I was just exhausted. I'd have like a few energy bursts, a few good days, especially like throughout my cycle and stuff, but oh my gosh, the fatigue was no joke. Okay, number two, the things that I knew that I wanted to try and the things that I did not want to try. I looked into some supplements that I was like, okay, these actually are very good ingredients, very clean ingredients. I trust the company they come from. And so I ordered a bunch of those, and I'll get more into detail with those in just a second. I knew that I didn't want to do like hormone replacement or like take extra hormones or do any sort of like medication that way. I knew I wanted to do this more of a natural route. I did get some blood work done. It was about a year ago, but I do have like levels and different things that I was at. And nothing really changed for me. I mean, I didn't get blood work done again like this year, but I knew not a lot about my lifestyle and in my life had changed. But the things that I did want to do was focus on some important hormones. And according to ChatGPT, Chat is my friend. Me and Chat go way back. Least a couple months. And so I typed in,
Hey Chat, if I were to try to balance my hormones naturally, what would I do?
and it gave me a bunch of things to do. First, it gave me like this whole in-depth letter to send into my doctor for different testing that I could get done, which I had done kind of just the bare minimum of testing. There's more in-depth things that I could do and I may do in the future. And then Chat gave me a routine just throughout the day that would help with a lot of these hormone imbalances. And then finally, Chat was like,
Here's some supplements also that you could try.
and I knew that I wanted to focus on things like cortisol and insulin and progesterone and estrogen, and I don't know
all the things about those. I barely know the difference between estrogen and progesterone.
I knew I was stressed out, and I knew that cortisol was like being crazy. And I knew that my other hormones were being affected by that too. So here's exactly the things that I did. I made myself a new routine. And here are the things that I did in the morning time, which were things like do some yoga, do some breath work, drink some water, take my supplements, and things like tracking. And let's talk about tracking for a minute, because this is where I really saw the difference. So here were the things that I tracked. I tracked what day of my cycle I was in the night before, like that quality of sleep the night before, my mood that day, my energy, the cravings that I had, any bloating, cramps, how my flow was, and then anxiety, depression, irritability, clarity, libido, ovulation signs, caffeine, sugar intake, intermittent fasting, supplements, and then I also did like high stress situations and low stress situations, just so I could see, especially with like my mood and anxiety and depression and those types of things, what that number was really correlated to my high stress and my low stress situations of the day. My friend Chat also helped me with that list. So then going along with the rest of the routine, in the afternoon, Chat was like,
You should probably eat some more vegetables.
so we added in a green smoothie. Was I good at that every single day? No, maybe the first like week I was really good at that, and occasionally we have it, but we're not good at vegetables over here. And then afternoon's a really good time for me because that's when Walt has a nap and the girls have quiet time, and I can journal and I can do more breath work and my studying and the things that like fill me up. And then in the evening, Chat was like,
You should like lay off the screen time.
was not good at that, like ever.
You should probably stop eating like 3 hours before you go to bed.
Sometimes I was good at that. And then apple cider vinegar, we'll talk about that. And more breath work, and then my magnesium supplement.
At night.
Okay, let's talk about more of the stuff that I was going to do. Like me, like whether it was physical activity or nutrition or that kind of stuff. First and foremost, which has always been so good for my mental health and like my clarity and just like feeling better physically, is exercise. Whether it's just some yoga to like get my body moving, or if it's like a good solid like CrossFit workout, or if it's weight training at home just with some dumbbells, or just walking. And then apple cider vinegar I will touch on for like just briefly. There are way more videos and more smart people out there that can talk about this, but it is like a really good probiotic. Alright, new day, new lashes. Let's talk apple cider vinegar. Okay, so I already said that it was a probiotic, and that's really helpful for getting good bacteria in our gut and killing bad bacteria. Another benefit it can have is like helping with weight management. It can reduce those hunger signals. And then the last thing I will touch on that I have felt personally is it helps control blood sugar, which kind of leads into another thing that I wanted to try. Was I am not like a nutritionist. I'm not like an expert in that. I did have many years of like online coaching and helping people in challenge groups and things like that. And so I did do my fair share of like meal planning and meal prepping and learning how different foods react to our bodies and all of that sciencey stuff. But there is one method of nutrition, which is so funny because it has nothing to do with food, that I always turn to, that always works for me. It just works for like my relationship with food also. It doesn't take any time, it doesn't cost money to do, and it also helps me just break free from like past habits that I've had and trying different things. Anyway, this method is fasting, intermittent fasting. And where I learned about this was from this book, Fast Like a Girl, Dr. Mindy Peltz. Y'all go look her up on YouTube, buy this book. She talks all about intermittent fasting, especially with our hormones and our cycle as women, and just different times of the month that our hormones are fluctuating, and just really good times to do longer fasts, or good times to do shorter fasts, or times to not fast at all. And that has really,
Oh my gosh.
I could list all the things, like the mental clarity. It's helped me control my weight a little bit more. It's like helped me have a better relationship with food because I'm not always just thinking about food. So just like I showed you on my tracker, I was tracking my hours of intermittent fasting just to kind of see.
Okay, it's the week before my period, and we're not supposed to fast during that time.
Okay, real quick, if you are liking this, if you are relating to any of this, or if you're learning something new, I'm gonna be cringe and say please subscribe. I am trying to just create a space here for medical moms, and honestly all moms, who need some extra tools and resources, and maybe just a friendly face, and to support them better, because we take care of those kiddos, but who takes care of us? So please subscribe or share this or give it a thumbs up so I can continue to reach moms just like us. Okay, no. Now let's get to the part that I was actually most excited about, just because I was like,
I've done a lot of these things for a lot of years.
I have tried to take care of my health in different ways. We are relocating, turning the AC on as my camera got too hot. Well, this is a flattering angle. Oh, hi. Okay, let's do this. Dub, 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 dub. So this last little piece that I wanted to fit into the puzzle was supplements. Okay, according to my buddy Chat, I'm gonna read what he says here. Cortisol is your stress hormone, often too high or too low. Progesterone tends to drop, especially after pregnancy or with poor sleep.
Guilty.
Estrogen can be high, estrogen dominance, or low depending on detox and lifestyle. Insulin is blood sugar roller coaster. Blood sugar roller coasters mess with energy and hormones. And then thyroid hormones, especially in postpartum women. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Don't sue me, Taylor Swift. So, according to those specific hormones, I was like, hey, give me some supplements. What do I do? Because I haven't tried this before. I haven't tried supplements like this before. So, I love Just Ingredients. This is not sponsored by Just Ingredients. Just Ingredients, if you want to sponsor this, hi.
This video is sponsored by my husband because he bought my camera and all my things.
Okay, so here's what I am taking and why. Ashwagandha, this is because I'm a stress case. That helps me. I've taken like gummies and stuff in the past, but I wanted to try kind of more of a cleaner route. Okay, next up is my magnesium, my blessed magnesium. I love this stuff so much. This helps me zonk at night.
Oh my gosh.
I'm getting so much better sleep because of this. And I'm learning kind of like the best, I'm still figuring this out. I'm learning the best time to take it. Yes, right before bed, but I kind of, like if I take it too late, I'm a little bit groggy in the morning. And so I need to take it a little bit earlier. And then it just kind of like calms me down too and helps me sleep. Because that's a huge problem with my hormones off and like just a lot of things is I'm not getting enough sleep, and for good reason, but this helps me. Next up is the adrenal complex. Oh my gosh, Kate. I say I love all of these, but I was so excited about this one. I bought like so many bottles. This helps the adrenals adapt to stress better.
Literally all these are just because I'm a stress case.
Okay, the next one is this D3 and K2 complex. The chat was
Like, you need more vitamin D because you don't get out much.
so there's that. And then the omega-3, this is for like my brain. This helps just support like mental brain stuff. And then the last two are from another company that I super love. Hi, Mary Ruth, you can sponsor me if you'd like to. Okay, chlorophyll and this B complex. Oh, the chlorophyll gets all over. Hi. I need YBs. Chlorophyll, I know it's another like support with like your brain and things like that. Also just because my foot zone lady told me to take it and I trust her with my life. And then the B complex, all the vitamin Bs, B12, B6, also helps with like brain, mood. Fun fact, we also give B6 to Walt because it helps counteract his Keppra because he has some Keppra rage, and now we're dealing with some rage with this new medicine that we just added, so brain function for sure. Oh, there is one supplement that I forgot. It's in my fridge. It is the iron from Mary Ruth as well, and that's been helping too with energy. Again, I am not a doctor. I didn't ask my doctor about any of these things. I asked my friend Chat. And now let's get into the important things. Oh, this is all over my hand. The results of everything. I will say that I am not 100% feeling like I am on top of the world yet and like I'm fixed. Fun fact, you're not broken. I'm not broken. I don't need to be fixed, but I did want to feel better. So, this is what I tried. And I am feeling so much better, especially like my clarity and just
like being able to think a straight thought.
that is amazing. My sleep.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we already know.
We already know that magnesium is my BFF. I've been sleeping a lot better. I've been happier. My depression and anxiety levels have been super low. So from the iron, I did get a little bit of heartburn. I was taking I wasn't taking the full dose, but I was taking a little bit every day. And so I kind of laid off that. I'm doing it like every 2 to 3 days, and I don't have heartburn as bad now. As far as energy, I don't feel as crazy when I'm just like so exhausted and tired because I'm like tracking my cycle and like, oh, it's the half end of my cycle, so yeah, I'm gonna start like dipping in energy and I'm gonna be a little bit more moody and tired and all those things. I think just being educated on these things too has helped a lot to help myself know that I'm not crazy, that my body, like us as women, our bodies are fluctuating so much throughout the day, but also just throughout the whole month, that I'm like,
oh, I'm not crazy.
Like it's literally my hormones that are dropping or spiking or whatever. And then everything with like the exercising, the breath work, the yoga, like just slowing that down a little bit has definitely helped me like take that deep breath again and like focus on breathing throughout the day. We just get so busy as moms and as caregivers that we just forget to breathe sometimes. So take a deep breath. So just remembering that and adding that back into my schedule and remembering to take care of myself in that way and to slow down, take a deep breath, that I think has helped my stress levels and my anxiety. I have been able to kind of manage my emotions a little bit too. Therapy and journaling also help with that, but I've been able to allow myself to feel my feelings, but also to process them in a healthy way. On the physical aspect, just for a second, my hot flashes, I still have them occasionally. Like I said, we're not there. I'm going to keep trying all these things and keep feeling better and better because I am. It's a significant difference of how much better I feel. As far as weight, that's gonna be a long journey. Like I'm still not where I want to be, and that's okay. But I did lose some inches. As far as the scale, that didn't change, but like
That crap don't matter anyway. That tells you absolutely nothing.
my body is feeling better. It's feeling stronger. It's feeling like I can support. My body can support my mental and spiritual, and my spiritual and my mental can support my body now, and we're working together now. So honestly, this experience has been really good for me, and I have felt a lot better. I recommend all of these things because they work and they are literally life-changing. Again, if you like this kind of content, please subscribe. If you need extra support, go over to my Instagram. It's at the.medicalmom. You can follow me over there. I'm active over there pretty much every day. And then here on YouTube, I'm trying to give as much value like this as possible, just from my own life experiences. And honestly, it comes from just what I need. I was looking for this kind of stuff online to be educated, to feel a community, to feel supported and to not feel so crazy. And if you want some extra support until my next video, I have a yoga for morning anxiety, I have a beginner weight training, and I have just some fun walking that you can just walk in place, walk in your living room. So please subscribe, go follow me on Instagram, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching!